over the U.S., immigrants took to the streets not only to protest the immigration issues in the United States, but to reclaim the day of the original struggle for the rights of workers, May 1st. From California to Chicago to New York, the numbers in this year's march was significantly lower than last year. Many say it was because of raids on workplaces of immigrant workers and the deportation which has separated many families.
No more deportations! No more raids! We are workers! We are not terrorists!
The raids and deportation has separated many children who are American citizens from their undocumented parents. As families are separated, children are left to struggle and be breadwinners for themselves and their siblings, making it difficult to continue their education. 2 years later, as the U.S. government recognized the Caribbean community and proclaimed the month of June Caribbean American Heritage Month, another street in Brooklyn was co-named, this time after the renowned reggae superstar, the late Bob Marley.
His lyrics were about justice, and in this community, a predominantly Caribbean community, that has contributed to the intellectual capital of America and Brooklyn, to the economic capital, and to the cultural capital. It is only fitting that we have a legend, an icon like Bob Marley, have a street name change.
For the students of the biblical literacy class, it was a practical journey through the Bible.
Two of the most places that touched me the most were when we were floating in the boat on the Sea of Galilee and singing and just praising God and thinking this is where Jesus walked on water. I mean, it just really overcame me.
And another first for woman power coming out of the elections, this time as Yvette Clarke gave the Caribbean community something to celebrate. Representing the 11th Congressional District in Brooklyn, New York, Clarke will be the third person of West Indian heritage to serve in the United States Congress. She is also following in her mother's footsteps, former New York Councilwoman Una Clarke.
You brought me to the U.S. House of Representatives, not special interest. So I'm free. We're free. I'm bought and unbought.
His name has become synonymous with police brutality. His civil rights lawsuit resulted in a historic $8.75 million settlement in New York. Civil rights activist Reverend Al Sharpton says it's a bittersweet victory because 10 years later, incidents like the November 2006 shooting of Sean Bell is a constant reminder of police brutality. Sean Bell was downed in a hail of 50 bullets as he and his friends left his bachelor party in Queens, New York. Survivors of police brutality recently paid tribute to Abner Louima for his courage, which is fueling their hope for justice.
Mr. Louima came to my bedside, Jamaica Hospital. And the first thing he told me was, son, you got a long, hard fight ahead of you.
Many of the workers at the World Trade Center turned to prayer when they knew they were facing death and the chance of escape was slim. That incident 6 years ago changed the lives of many survivors, like Pastor Eduardo Glenn and Joycelyn Woods Brooks. Both say they acted immediately to flee the building, especially remembering the attack at the same location several years earlier.
We just feel the building shake, the building rock from one side to the next. And we thought that someone had planted a bomb again.
When I turned to the window, because I sat close to the window, I saw all the debris coming down, and I just told myself, oh, they're bombing the building again.
Now for tonight's top story. News tonight that thousands of postpaid mobile phone customers across the country have been receiving a threatening text message over the last 24 hours. TSTT has traced the message to an internet server which can reach at least 35,000 postpaid customers. Marissa Camejo reports that TSTT has shut down the server and is working with the police to identify who is behind the hoax.